Hello crafty friends, do you have lots of DIY mixed media type backgrounds languishing in your stash, unused, unloved, destined perhaps for the recycling bin? Do you have some patterned papers? Well, I hope today's video will encourage you to look afresh at your unloved backgrounds and give them a new lease of life. So let's get started. I've selected for today 5 backgrounds that are kind of warm tones, and I've die cut them using this stitched rectangle die. So I'm going to use these as full panels today, and each one of these I'm going to jazz up a bit. So I thought I would emboss them with embossing folders. So this one, I'm going to just emboss it, really straightforward, nothing fancy. So that's very pretty. For this one, I'm going to use this butterfly embossing folder, and I'm going to do something different to that in a minute. This background, I'm going to add some falling circles to. For this smushed background, I'm going to take an embossing folder and Kitsch Flamingo Distress Oxide. Just going to spread that across the raised portion. I'm not pressing down, so it shouldn't go in the valleys between the pattern. I'll just remove any ink from the edges. This will give me an indented pattern rather than a raised pattern, but it will have colour in the indentations. I do have a whole playlist of videos about using embossing folders, so if you want to find out more about that, I shall leave a link in this video's description. So I rather like that. Didn't go all the way to the bottom, but that's okay. Because distress oxides are water reactive, I can just run that under a tap and it will clean up beautifully. So I'm using the Kitsch Flamingo again on this embossing folder. This has got a damask type pattern on it, and I'm not going to run it through my die cutting machine. I'm just going to use it like a stamp. So I'm going to hydrate the ink with a mist of water, then place my background onto it and just press it down, and hopefully some of that watery coloured pattern will have transferred. There we go. Again, it's not gone all the way to the bottom. I wonder if I can just, yeah, I think that's adequate. Again, I can run that under a tap. I'm going to give this a blast with my hairdryer just to help it dry quickly. Right, with this falling circle pattern, I'm actually going to do some sanding. So I've got an old nail buffer here, and I'm just sanding over the raised areas, and this will take the colour off just the raised bits, which will bring out the pattern a little bit more. This is a great embossing folder and a great technique for creating a snowy look on winter or Christmas cards. You can just dust over it with a microfiber cloth to get rid of the sandy offy bits. So that one's ready. This one I'm leaving as is, as I said. This one I'm going to add some colour to the raised portion. So I've got my gel plate here. I'm going to take the Kitsch Flamingo again and add some, not too much, to the plate. And then I'll spread it out with my brayer. This is actually a great way of getting an even coat of ink on your brayer if you wanted to brayer on the colour. And I may do that in a minute because I'm not sure how well this is going to show up. And all I'm going to do is press that down, and it may, because there's a bit of give in the gel plate, have gone where I don't want it to. It hasn't really shown up, so I'm going to try it with my brayer that's covered in ink. I might need to use a different colour for this, something slightly darker. Maybe we'll try shaded lilac. I don't want it too dark, but I do want to get some visible difference between the butterflies. Let's just do that. There we go. You can see the butterflies are getting some colour. You can go from different directions. Some of it will end up on the background, but that's okay. I want most of it on the raised butterflies. So I'm just going to take a baby wipe and carefully dab up some of the shaded lilac that went where I didn't want it to. Yeah, happy with that. I'll just dry that. So there we have 5 backgrounds ready for a focal point and a sentiment, a bit of embellishing. So what I've done is I've cut 5 vellum hearts. So this is a nice delicate layer. It mutes the background a bit but doesn't cover it up completely. I've also cut 5 white fishtail banners from hammered textured cardstock, so they can stretch across the heart, and a gold butterfly. So I've gone for quite a large embellishment, but I think it needs to have a big focal point because it's on a busy background. So I'm going to start by adding a little bit of high-tech glue to the back of my banner, and then I'm going to place it on my heart. And then I'm going to put more high-tack glue on the back of the heart, but it's going to be hidden by the banner. Now I'm using wet glue so that I've got wiggle time. I can put my heart where I want it. I can get the banner straight. I can use my T-square ruler to get that lined up. And then I can take my butterfly, dip its body in some more high-tack glue and place it on my banner. Sometimes wet glue makes vellum curl a little bit, but that's okay. It will flatten out once the glue has dried. So I'm going to do that to all my cards, but I'm going to put the focal points in different places, I think. So I've positioned my focal points, my images, and now I'm going to add my panels to the front of some smooth white cardstock card blanks. I generally make cards that are about 4 by 6 inches, which is a standard, or one of the standard size greeting cards in the UK. Probably smaller than you'd buy in a shop, but it's the kind of card blanks that you can buy. But these ideas can be used on any size card really. Depends on your preference and what dies and embossing folders you've got. So some of these cards have got bits overhanging. Depending on your preference, you can snip them off or leave them as they are. For my sentiment, I've chosen the words "Hi there." And I'm going to stamp that in black ink. It's a bit of a grungy font. I'm going to die cut the word out using this fishtail banner die. I think it's the size smaller than the one I used earlier. Obviously, that's far too long. So I'm going to just shuffle the die down, lock the teeth in place, and then just die cut the very tip. So they're all cut now. I'm just going to pop them around and about my butterfly. I think it looks good layered over the bigger banner. It needs to be connected somehow. Some of them could do with a bit of structural engineering. So I've cut a bit of card, added glue to either side, and I could just pop it under the sentiment to support it. And as a final finishing touch, I've cut lots of teeny tiny gold butterflies. So I'm going to dot those around for a bit of sprinkle. And I used this die to do that. It's an old tattered lace die. I don't think it's available new anymore, but you can find it on places like eBay. I found it, I think, in a charity shop. So there you go, 5 cards, 5 backgrounds busted, 5 embossing folders used. I think that's a good day's work. So if you've got some backgrounds that you are not enamoured with, you're thinking, you know, their time is up, you're going to bin them, don't toss them, emboss them. and see what you end up with. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's given you some ideas of things you can do with the backgrounds that you've got in your stash. Don't forget you can do these techniques with pattern paper as well. And do check out that embossing folder playlist for more embossing folder ideas. Right, thanks for joining me. I will see you very soon in the next video. Bye for now.